I handed the camera over to Tom here for a moment, and he decided to scream into the mic. So I'm going to go ahead and set him over here on the scooter. It has the saddlebag all mounted up now. We'll see how well Tom can behave himself on the scooter. Let me see if I can place him up here. And if he will cooperate with me tonight. We'll see. I guess that'll work for now. Let me go over here and grab a couple more of the casting crew off of the shelf of wealth. Put the old clamp on there, and let's grab at least Gizmo. Take him. Come with me. Come with me, buddy. We have a lot to work on. It's time to clock in. Time to clock in, buddy. No overtime, though. The deal for real. The deal for real. What's going on, the deal? How you doing, buddy? You are, in fact, the realest deal that there is. Deal, real. The deal for real. Let me go ahead and grab a Courtney here. What do you guys think? What do you think, Deal? What do you think of the saddlebag? I think it looks pretty cool. Let me pull up the live real quick so I can read your comments. All right, I think that's on there. I think it looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I think it looks pretty cool. Courtney thinks it looks cool. It's actually her idea. I'll put it right here. This will stay. I don't know if she will. She's gonna order each tonight. Nope. See? What did I tell you? I didn't even move it. She did that on her own. Completely on her own.
If your side hustle is starting to make real money, it's time to make it official with an LLC. LegalZoom helps you do it right. When my husband and I were building a non-alcoholic bottle shop, we were still working full time. That meant nights and weekends trying to turn our business into something real. Things got real.
Yeah, skip this real quick. Turn it down a bit. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, this is the GY6 little Vespa scooter that we've been working on. And I made this little toolbox out of a jerry can. It is not quite done yet, but when it is done, I'm going to have these brake lights hooked up. I'm going to hook it up for you real quick so you can see what it looks like. Just like that. And I'm not sure if I will have them just as running lights and then have the other side as a actual brake light. I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm going to use these two lights right here. Not going to have the battery permanently mounted in here, but for now I just left it in there for testing purposes. So today I'm basically last episode. If you guys are just joining us for the first time, I go live almost every day. Last episode, got the little toolbox mounted on there with Gizmo's help, of course, with the Deal for Real's help, of course, and Mr. F&H, our safety consultant, along with Courtney here, who's, of course, the safety captain here at Fang's Garage. Just got the actual part mounted on here. And I found this braided I don't know what this is called. Wire loom, I think. So yeah, it is. 1/2-inch black wire loom sleeving 50 feet. I found some of this, and thanks, Mr. FNH. I appreciate it. Lex Storm, thanks. I'll subscribe to you, Lex Storm. Please subscribe, Lex Storm, and we'll get to it. Today, the plan is I want to cover these chains right here with this wire loom to hopefully prevent the rattling from happening. This might just be a temporary thing, but I figured I'd try it and see if it'll work. I'm going to do that, as well as maybe use the lathe a little bit. Show you guys real quick. The way this is mounted on here, it is just a little bit crooked. You can see that little gap right there. So I wanted to make some spacers for it to gap it out. I'll be using probably the small mini lathe that is guarded by the Lady of the Lathe. Is the guardian of the lathe. She guards and protects the lathe at all times. The mini lathe is very delicate, so it needs a lot of protection. James Myers, what's going on, James? James Myers. How you doing, James? Thank you, Laredo. I appreciate it, buddy. Show you. I'm gonna put some tools in here. I'll put some wrenches and stuff inside there, and then it just has a simple like little lock latch mechanism with this key, and it locks up like that, and that's what it looks like with it closed. And this is just a like gas can. So yeah, I'm gonna try and put this chain on here right now. I'm gonna take this chain off and put this wire loom on here, and we'll see how it works, see how it looks. Let me get a couple of things from the garage. I'll need a tube, and I'll also need a clamp. So don't mind the jellyfish, guys. Those are supposed to be there. Don't worry about that, it's normal. Let me see if I can acquire two things over here. Maybe. Seem to put the clamp somewhere else. Here it is right here. Nice. Got the trusty old tripod here. Some sort of bolt on it. All right. Get you guys all set up. Let me grab a tube. I've disassembled the classic Fang's Garage tripod, and now I will reassemble it just like so. Tighten it up. And just do a little clamping real quick. Just like that. All right, how is this? Let me get this lined up a bit. Sorry guys, give me 1 second with the camera here. That seems to be a little bit better. Everybody's in frame. Everybody's hanging out. Okay. Grab this. Let me grab some scissors real quick. Grab my trusty 99-cent Harbor Freight scissors. After I make the spacers for this, I'm going to start working on the seat pan again and get all the electronics squared away. I'm not sure how I should go about making this stay in place. All right. Let me get a rough
Sora 2
measurement right here.
generation is not available in our region.
It is if you're on Artlist.
Huh?
What? Sora 2 is now on Artlist. The most advanced AI video model is now available in every region. No invite code needed. And incredible realism with fully integrated sound.
You keep the frame, I keep the story.
Build your own world with multi-shot stories and character consistency for any genre, all based on your prompt.
Okay.
So go to Artlist and start creating without limits.
Let me grab a lighter real quick. And something to put inside there, like a little, I don't know, something round.
Something.
Preferably metal. Oh, nice.
I'll try and change my from.
Let's see. It should have a little. Okay, this will work.
Alright.
Balance. All right. Could have just put a bolt in there. Same thing.
You know, just speaking come.
Yeah, I get to try out my new. This is reversed for you guys, but my new JP Cycles lighter that I got today at the Biltwell Parts and Labor Expo. You guys saw live earlier. I was up there checking out the bikes. Oh, thing just flipped out of there. That made sense for about 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get something round in there so I can hold it open while I'm trying to close up the edge here. All right, so I got this light kind of sealed up with the lighter. Let me get the other side on there. Basically what I'm doing is I'm putting this bolt in here. You can see whenever it's cut, it's flat. So if I burn it right there, it'll kind of close up. Put this bolt in here, kind of just keep it open so that when I burn it closed, whenever I burn up the frayed ends, it kind of has something to, somewhere to go, if you know what I mean. It's not just melting onto the other side. Otherwise it'll close up like seal it up essentially, which is not what I want. I want it to be like a little open tube. If I had a bigger bolt, it'd be a little bit easier, but this is fine. I should be able to just. You could do the same thing by just holding it open with your hand, but. Alright, so now when I let go of it, it's like not all frayed. Let me put on this chain and see if this will work. I'm not sure if it's just going to slide down or what's going to happen with it. We'll see. I guess that would be nice if I just open it up, feed it all through there. Alan XM1, what's going on, Alan? Lexstrom, what's going on? James Myers. Clamp it. Deal for real. What should I clamp? How big was that show? The Deal for Real, the Biltwell Parts and Labor show, it was not very big. There was actually a lot of bikes outside. But it was just not a lot of stuff that I was necessarily interested in. But I did end up getting some cool stuff. I got some gloves for really cheap from Biltwell. But I think it's like mainly their end of the year, like clearance sale, their liquidation sale or something. But it was cool. I liked it. I mean, I was just trying to hang out with my daughter and stuff. I didn't want to be on the phone the whole time, so I was like, all right, I pretty much showed all the stuff that I wanted to show everybody. And I did take a full video that I'll post, I don't know, maybe this next week or the week after, of the whole show, all the cool up close shots of the bikes and stuff. So there we go. That came out. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Oh, nice. That does work. Might be a... We might have to clamp it up here, maybe with a little tiny zip tie. That might help. But I think it looks good. I don't think it looks bad. I might even put a small zip tie on the bottom as well. Let me show you guys. So this is what the chain looks like, just like that. This is what it looks like with the wire loom stuff on there. And it seems like it'll be fine when it bends up in there. And you can see the difference already. That side is clanging around, this side is not. So I was thinking maybe put a little zip tie on right here. I kind of like it with a little bit of chain exposed like that, but I don't know. I'm not 100% set on this yet. So for now, I'll just put a little zip tie on both sides, and then that way it'll just hold it in place so it doesn't like try and slide up or down. I don't think it necessarily would unless you forced it like that. But yeah, I'll put that on the other side too. And I personally like the way the chain looks. So if I could find some like rubber coated chain, I might go with that. I just like the way that the chain looks anyways. But yeah, I don't
know. Imagine being just by thinking about it.
What's going on, Matt Villanueva? What's going on, Matty?
Made for anyone with an idea. And
you can cut the flex with a hot knife too. All right, the deal. I don't think I have a hot knife, but I'd like to get one. Maybe I'll get one. Maybe this will be the year, the deal, for real. I wanted to get one of those foam cutting knives. I thought I walked in on a Debbie session. Doobie. Oh, dang, Moses. They're autocorrecting you all night long, buddy. Doobie sesh. Yeah, you thought you saw me rolling one up on this little doobie rolling tray, huh? All right, Moses. I hear you. Get these bad boys out. Actually, these things are too stiff. Let me get Old Faithful here. These things have been rolling around in my toolbox for 45 years. Ever since I was 45 years old. When I turned 45, I started buying tools. It was 45 years ago. I look really good for my age, guys. I know. For 90 years old, I have a lot of energy. And somehow, only getting 4 hours of sleep. I essentially feel like every day is that scene from the pod racing scene from when Anakin was like trying to get the pod racer to get fired back up, and it was like falling apart, and he's pressing all the switches and stuff. That's basically how my life feels every day when I'm like trying to chug all these Celsius and stuff. Okay, I don't like the way it looks on the bottom one. I hate it. I hate it. Next. Nope, not dealing with that. Let me throw it up on this top one so I don't have to look at it. I don't even want to look at it. I hated the way it looked with the zip tie on it. Yeah, I'm thinking rubber chain might be cool, because it just looks so cool with the chain. I mean, It looks very homemade with the chain, so this looks it's looking a little too clean. I don't know if I like that. But I think it looks cool. It'll definitely not rattle around, I don't think. It definitely won't, I don't think. That's good. That's pretty solid. It definitely won't, I'm pretty sure it won't. But I'm definitely sure that I'm pretty sure. So here, try and get it even, at least. Great there. Dang it. There it is. Okay. Let's see. I get this. Where'd that bolt go? There it is. Just had a slightly bigger bolt. Oh well. Just using my brand new JP Cycles lighter that I only had to give away my email to obtain to close up these frayed ends. Not quite as clean of a cut as I'd like it to be, but oh well. I'll just have to do. See if we can do it without this bolt. Kind of don't like the way that other side turned out, so I'm gonna see if we can do it better right here. Freehand. Desert chic. This Mad Max chic. We don't do anything too fancy here. We keep it nice and crusty here at Fang's Garage. All right, where my needle nose go? All right. Pop this bad boy out.
If you've been looking to jumpstart your wellness journey, this is your sign to try Factor. After 4 weeks, I'm completely sold. I've been feeling so much better. My energy levels have gone way up, and I definitely feel stronger, more balanced, and definitely a little bit leaner. And the best part is that it all feels so effortless. I don't even feel like I'm on a weight loss journey. All the meals are so delicious, and they're packed with nutrients that keep me full for hours. If you're looking for real results, both inside and out, I totally recommend Factor. Try Factor today and get 50% off your first box.
Man, this side really got frayed up. I need to get that hot knife. Oh my god, of course. The commercials like this always come on right when I'm in the middle of holding something that I can't let go. Or else I'd have to lose a bunch of progress on it. There we go. Almost got it. Okay. Alright. Put this one on. Oops. I guess I could have done that too. Huh. Okay. Put a zip tie up there. Not perfect, but it's alright. It's not perfect, but it is usable. I guarantee it'll be a fun ride when I take this thing out live for the first time with its brand new look here on Fang's Garage. We're live every day, pretty much, except for Thursdays, of course. Don't ask. Don't ask about Thursdays. All right, let's see what how the rattling is now. What is that? I mean, it's like barely, you can barely hear anything. I could make it like a tiny bit better, but that's not enough to stress out about right now. The main goal of this, getting this thing mounted on here, was not to get it 100% complete. Listen to that. I'll put the mic down close to it. Listen. Pretty quiet now. I kind of like that when it's noisy though, but look at that. The little wire loom covers worked. Nice. That's cool. You got, what's going on, Your Majesty, and Charles Pruitt? How you doing, Charles? And Your Majesty? You're not late, Your Majesty. We're just early. The Deal for Real says you got to use heat shrink on the ends when it's installed. Oh, that's a good idea. The Deal. Unloaded that cat video just for you, but it doesn't fit the rest of my channel, but who cares? Mr. FNH, I'm going to go check it out whenever I'm done. I'm going to write a note down right now, Mr. FNH, to go look at your cat video when I'm done. Mr. FNH cat video. I'm going to go check out that cat vid. Blake says, you guys got an 8-ball Thursday too. You know what, Blake? The reason I stress out about Thursdays is because of just extra work. Just trying to get this stinking thing done. Getting the video done on Thursday because I'm procrastinating the rest of the week. Let me show you guys what the seat pan looks like so far. I can worry about the spacing on that thing later. This is the seat pan. I have to check in with Pearls. Good one, Charlie. Gotta check in with the old PO. And it's not good news, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mess up. Why are you so rough on me, man? Come on. Gotta check in with the old PO. It's actually Gizmo that has to check in with his PO on Thursday. That's why I'm so stressed out, because he's always up to no good. Let me put you guys up on the good old-fashioned roof cam real quick, just for a moment here, so you can see what I'm doing, see what I'm screwing around with. Thank you, Moses, and thank you, Your Majesty. Courtney does look laid back and chilling. She had a couple Dr. Peppers and she's kind of buzzed right now. She's starting to see the rainbow, and she didn't eat any Skittles yet. Although Skittles is a big part of her diet since she is a marathon runner. If you did not know that. What the heck is that? Oh, Target. No thanks. Let me put this right here real quick. Alright, so right now this is mounted on here. I have this seat pan, bottom of this seat pan right here that was made on an earlier live, and it fits on just like this. Move this out of there. Of course, it fits on probably a little bit easier without all the electronics on there and stuff. Fits on like this.
You can't just sell in one place at once anymore.
And basically, what I need to do next is drill a couple of holes right here, and so I can bolt it on right here. And then this will be pretty much done, with the exception of the side panels that I'll need to make. But then I can start kind of placing the battery and stuff where I want to put it, and planning that out, and start getting it mounted in there. So that's the goal for tonight. Try and get this thing started, so that basically I can start working on the handlebars and
Need a UGC video for your
fabricating
business?
all that up.
Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr.
So
or
I'm
you
going
could
to first
grab a top camera
take out
and
all the
good lighting to make
electronics.
everything pop. Learn the latest trends, stay updated, videos change fast, plan your content, be consistent and creative. Know your platforms, adapt your content. Each one's different. Edit like a pro. Cut, trim, and polish. Make it shine, but not too shine. It's still user-generated content. Or just find your next creator on Fiverr.
So there's a fair amount that has to be mounted in there. There's the starter relay. I'll probably actually start, let's see. I'll have to kind of start pushing these around where they're going to be at, because that will dictate, obviously, how it's going to work out. Let me grab a little snip. Little snip, little clip. And let's see. Start organizing these a bit. This one is going to stay down here. Shove this down here for now. Let's see, that's for the charging system, so that will stay down there. So this is the only one that needs to poke out, which is the for the relay, and then this one. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out how I might mount this in here, so that I can kind of get it in that position and maybe leave it there. I don't have to keep messing with it. It's not good. The CVI has water. Perfect. That's for the coil. Yeah, maybe I'll just start by moving all this stuff over here, and I'll start by drilling the holes at least and getting it permanently mounted on here, and then I'll start messing with this stuff. Start taking a peek at it. Just want to make sure all these cables are completely out of the way before I start trying to mess with this. Let me get this thing bolted on here, and then get that. Couple M6 by 1.0 bolts. I think those look similar. Those look fairly similar. Ouija 86. What's going on? Han Solo 098. Ouija 86. I am making a little Mad Max scooter for my buddy, and Right now I'm making a seat for it. A seat pan that's going to hold the electronics. And yeah, I'm just trying to get it all mounted on there permanently so that I can start off by probably putting the battery in there and everything else, the starter relay, a couple other things. I might make it have a little bit of storage area in there. I'm not sure yet. Let me grab a pen real quick. But yeah, after I get this seat pan on there with the electronics, I'll start working on, this is basically the under seat. It's kind of hard to describe it. It's basically like the seat pan underneath the seat. It's like the under seat storage area that I'm making right now, essentially. So this will just be a, it would be cool if I made a little carburetor access door on here like they have on the stock one right here, but then I would want to leave this space totally undone or leave nothing on it. I don't know, maybe I'll still do it, but no idea. So those two are on there, and just have to figure out how to line this up and drill it out. So let's see.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
Something
this is the first look at the current industry-leading AI app
builder. I'm able to get the long name
the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, why not build an app that gives me endless app ideas? So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompt directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure. And here it is. Everything I laid out in detail as it goes. This is pretty awesome, but I want to make it playful. So I'm going to add a swipe left and swipe
crawling
right
into my ear again.
the same usability we all know. Now I'm going to add one more feature. So every idea that I favorite will turn into a kickoff prompt to start building the app itself. And that's it. Just come up with your idea, any idea, and Base 44 will do the rest. So go to Base 44 and create apps with your name on it.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
This one I might not be able to mark. Trying to do my best. Yeah, if I make the holes big enough, then I think I'll be able to get away with pretty much whatever I want. Alright, I'll see. See what I can do. Alright. Grab my tools real quick. What's going on, Joe Blow? Just all the electronics and battery in a small sealed plastic Harbor Freight ammo can. That's what I did on one of my mini choppers. I could do that. Not entirely opposed to it. I don't know if I could fit all of it in there. And also I'm not sure if it's I'm not worried about the like starter relay necessarily heating up, but regulator. If I put that near it, I don't know if I'll put that in there. Probably shouldn't put it in there. I don't know. That might be a good idea to throw it all in a plastic container, and then that way it's kind of you can put stuff in here as like a storage, and then you won't have to worry about bumping into the battery or something. That might actually be the way to do it. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll have to maybe I'll do that. I don't have one of those ammo cans right now. I have to look and see. Okay. So let me grab my marker and see if I can mark this other hole. Get to drilling. This is not a drill. I'll just make it a real decent sized hole. How about that? And we'll make it work. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of the tolerance on it isn't too tight on the bit. A couple thousandths of an inch. Let's see. Let's go into the depths of the garage. Let's get a close-up on those seat pan welds. Mr. F&H, why would you ask for such a thing? Those things look horrible, buddy. You're gonna be laughing when you see those welds. Give me a second here. Let me get my goodies. I'll probably just cheat through this. Your side's gonna be splitting when you see those welds. I'm not sure what I did wrong. I'm guessing maybe it was some kind of contaminant. Probably too hot. Oh my gosh. I mean, it started out okay right here, and then it just kind of fell apart. Let's see. Let me put this on the ground. Told you you'd get a good laugh, man. You know what? If you do get injured from laughing so hard at my welds, I'm not responsible by any means. Yeah, Moses, I'm gonna have to try and clean that up. I'm not sure if I could even what I could even do about that. Maybe grind it and then try and weld it again. I would say that I welded it with my eyes closed, but I think if I did that, it would probably be a little bit nicer. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can do, guys. Who knows?
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand.
Let's see. Probably would have been better to MIG weld that. It's pretty thin. Heat builds up quick. You're right, Mr. F&H.
From can't look away.
Gary Sharp says, as long as it holds, who cares? I agree, Gary. When I welded those two pieces on the side of the frame, I mean, it held me up for at least a split second.
Crystallize it.
Held me up for at least like
your voice to your audience.
At least a brief moment.
Your site grows.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe what I could do is
and take you.
Maybe what I'll do is clean up with a grinder, try and go over it again, and see if I can get a better weld out of it. I'm not super satisfied with it, obviously. Forgot my drill bits. But
I've had a lot of titles over the years. Filmmaker, hat dad, garbage picker-upper, but business owner wasn't one that I saw coming. Luckily, my wife worked at LegalZoom. So
yeah, I gotta freaking figure out what was going on with it. I'm not sure if it was because I was welding outside and maybe the shielding gas was not set correctly or something. I'm not sure. But it was acting up. I mean, I thought I did everything correct. Who knows? The mysteries of welding. I'll never know. I need to be in a completely climate-controlled environment to just duct tape it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mr. FNH, because I can't remember. I think I was welding it while I was out here, but I don't remember. It was at least 3 live episodes ago. And my memory is only, I think my memory on my mind is about 2 megabytes currently. So I have about, I think, 1.5 live episodes left in my memory banks, and that's it. Half the time I'll go look at these projects and be like, who did all this? Who the heck was working on this stuff? It wasn't me. Whoever did it messed it up. They messed it up again, man. I'm always messing this stuff up. Set up a wind block if you can when you're outside. That's a good idea, Mr. FNH. I do have a MIG welder, but my buddy's using it. So I'll blame it on not having my MIG welder. If I do that one more time, it'll go right through the middle. Get these, I need to write this down already. Get a new drill check. Let's get these holes drilled out real quick. Come on. Okay. All right. See if I can't drill it out one more time, then put the step bit in real quick and get this thing drilled out to an appropriate size. That's gonna go. Okay. And I'm gonna leave this drill bit out. This thing is too dull to mess with anymore. Love this bad boy. It feels just as bad. There we go.
Rocks. I'm writing a paper on them.
This is the last thing standing between me and break, and I need to crush it. I'm a geology major, a real rocker. I'm also in a band, and our show is tonight. Thought I was gonna say a rock band. Way faster in your writing. Those are the rocks. I'm here all week. All right, let's make sure my voice is coming through. That's not
all right. What the heck is up with
some
this
citations here. Gotta fix that.
What time's our show? What time?
There you go. Switch this. Okay. Just blame the weld on the new guy, Tom. You know what, Gary? I'm going to blame it all on Tom. I'm going to blame it on Gizmo, too. Gizmo was over there eating nacho Doritos the other day, and I asked him to share. He's being super greedy. I said, hey, why are you going to be like that? I just let you use some of my chocolate milk the other day when you asked me if you could have some, when you didn't have anything to drink with your dinner. And now you're going to be like this. And he let me have 2. I said 2, that's it. So, just in my mind, that was a little bit greedy, but you know Mogwai. You know how they be. And Tom thought it was hilarious. He's always trying to make the situations worse than they are. Trying to get Gizmo all riled up. Let's see if I can do this from the top. What the? Okay. Why did this just shut off now? There it goes. All right. I think. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like it'll work. Yeah, double check real quick before I show you guys and make a fool out of myself even further, since that is the appropriate thing to do here. Make myself look stupid. I'll point out this obvious stupidity. Let me see if I have any M6 by 1.0 bolts brought to you by Home Depot or maybe some previous project. Oh, a couple bolts here. Looks like they're winners. Yeah, those will work. No. Also, to be fair, I mean, it is kind of just going to be sat on. It is just for a seat fan. It's not like a... I think it was probably way too hot. I'm going to blame it on all that stuff and on myself. I never said I knew what I was doing. Alright. This little seat pan is almost bolted up. I mean, I could technically ride it like this if I just threw all the electronics in there. Nice. So that's bolted on. All I would need is a rear support for it because just kind of wobbling, flopping around on the back. And that wouldn't be too hard if I utilized this existing thing. It would at least have one here, but I'd probably want to add two. I'd probably want to add one right here, and then one on the other side. Just two little simple bungs on there.
A couple of prompts in, and I had a walk-in checkout.
Let me show you guys.
No off-the-shelf system could give us what I do with Phase 44.
Our brand's name is 80 Summers.
What's going on, Cindy?
Made to help women feel good about
I love the music that you're playing. Thanks. Go away. Let me show you what, or let me tell you what song is on. I'm going. Go away. I'm gonna make a playlist of all the music that I've been listening to, so you guys can listen to it whenever and see what kind of music it is. This is called Laserhawk King of the Streets. If you want to look up any of this music, it's all mainly like a new retro wave type stuff. Let's see. Let me show you guys the seat pan. Oh gosh, the sulfur. Yes, Bill Gray. Courtney is checking out the inside of the box. She is actually like doing a simulation. If you're laying underneath a car, doing an oil change, she is just kind of doing that, seeing testing out the structural integrity on the box right now. This is the seat pan as it sits currently. And this is the two bolts that are, or two holes that are bolted up now to this top bracket, and then the two in the front. Like I was saying earlier, the back side here, there's nothing to hold this up, so I'll probably, instead of using this center hole right here, I was thinking I'd make like a bracket to hold it up in the center. I'll probably do one on each side, like one right here, and then one on the opposite side, and just do the same thing, just bolt it right through the top, so it'll be nice and rigid on there. I might also make an under-seat storage area right here, maybe for just something small, or maybe put something underneath here. Who knows, I can fit whatever underneath here. So, yeah, maybe a little storage area or something. But yeah, I'll start putting the battery and stuff in there. Let me get Courtney out of the way here. She can now sit on the seat area. Let me get this battery out. So I'm thinking the battery will probably go somewhere around here. Let me see. So I have the starter relay. All the electronics are all underneath there. So, yeah. I'll have to pull everything out and start messing with it. Like the CDI is going to have to go in there somewhere. Let's see. Now that I know that the bolt holes are going to line up, I can take it off there kind of easily and take it out and manipulate it around. Let me put you guys up here real quick. We are open right now. We have banana bread cooking in the ovens. So prepare yourself, guys. Let's see, Donovan, bread and butter, and I will be there in a few minutes, and I will be back in a bit if I don't have to take it out of the office. Good to know that you have to go through this is not enough time to get a good day out there. Have a wonderful day today, and I will be there in a little bit to get the stove back to you soon. Probably have to go to the store and get some food, and then I can go to the house, and I'll be there in about the second one. And I don't want to go to school today, but I will probably. Nice, Donovan. I should go to school if you have to. It's recommended. You might learn something knowledgeable, something super valuable about scooters. Let's see, where do I put that ratchet at? Take the seat fan off now. Now that I have confidence that it will just easily go back on there. I'll retrieve the electronics out of there and see what I'm working with. I believe it's going to be the starter relay, CDI, the battery, and the ignition coil possibly. So yeah, we are cooking the banana bread currently. We have the fattest slabs of butter on hand, being pre-warmed, ready to go onto the piping hot banana bread. We actually have an avocado toast flavored banana bread coming out soon, guys, along with a cuttlefish flavored banana bread. Not banana bread, all right? We have not actually invented that yet. But we have people working on it day and night on the banana bread. I cannot actually reveal the secrets of what it is made out of yet. But we are working on the piping hot banana bread, guys. It is in the ovens. It is ready to go. I believe we have 16 loaves tonight. So they're going to sell out like hotcakes, guys. Like banana bread hotcakes. If you could imagine such a thing. Maybe I'll start working on such a thing. Alright, take this off here. Probably cut this tab off, cut these tabs off. Let me use the grinder for just a quick minute. Actually, I'll probably wait on that. These aren't super necessary to cut off right now. We'll spin it down like that. And let's see, let me get these electronics out. So I have a ground here. This goes to the battery. This, I have no idea. This, I don't know. Let's see. Got the, I gotta make one tab for the ground. It's coming off the battery. I have the ignition coil. Needs to be dealt with, and this can be mounted outside. The ignition coil. See if I can feed it all through the front, then I can kind of do it all with it. see. Okay, this might be something that I'm gonna have to kind of brainstorm a bit. I don't know if I should be necessarily deciding where everything is going to go live, because this is going to take a little bit of planning and kind of hard to plan it all out. But I will show you what I'm working with, and maybe I will get that ammo box. That seems like a cool idea. I just have to look up the dimensions on it and see if it'll fit and everything. But let me give you a general idea of what this is going to look like. Let me grab a zip tie real quick and zip tie this up to make it a little bit cleaner and easier when I'm messing with it. I think it looks pretty dang clean comparatively to when I first opened it up. I will have to make a little short or something showing the difference, but I mean, I think it looks a lot better than it did. Let me put the zip tie on and I'll show you guys. As far as all the wiring and stuff, at least to me it does. I should have grabbed two. And I think if I can get it all in one good wire loom, I think it'll look pretty clean. So I have some bigger braided wire loom that I could use. I talked to some people today that have some braided cloth wires. Probably won't use that for this build, but for my other my Ultima chopper, I probably would use that, possibly. Let me grab one more so I can, let me just grab a couple more so I can clean it up and you guys can see it. What's going on, William? How you doing, buddy? Moses says, I love butter on my banana bread. Man, I freaking love me some big old slab of butter on a banana bee. They call me the banana bee boy. Your Majesty says, no avocado, I'm allergic. What? So am I, Your Majesty. My throat gets really, my mouth gets really itchy, my throat gets really itchy, but I still eat it. It's not like a severe allergy. I think I have a stone fruit allergy. Because the same thing happens when I eat peaches. Just not as much. But I still love eating peaches. I love eating peach cobbler. You know I love eating peach cobbler. Alright. Let's see. What is this wire clump going to? Random chunk? Okay. Alright. Let's see here. This. Maybe. One second, guys. Trying to see if I can maneuver this a little bit better. I think we got to break off anyways. It's like on the verge. Might as well just bust it off before it just breaks off. Whatever, I'll leave it on there for now. Later. Let's see. this is what it looks like now. Let me take it down and show you guys. What's going on, Erwin? Rodex 7367. How you doing, Erwin? We're live. Thanks, go hush. We're working on a scooter. Look at what the underside looks like now. Look how clean it looks. I mean, it looks clean to me. Have a couple little things to take off there that aren't needed. But overall, I think it looks pretty clean. These are all the wires. Basically, this wire right here is for the automatic choke. These are the rest of the wires coming from the starter and such, or the charging system also. These wires don't necessarily have to go up into the seat, but they could go up through the side panel. I'll show you right here. These wires don't necessarily have to go out the front right here. They could go up the corner right here, right around. If you look on this side, it's basically the same thing. Right around here. It could just come up on this side, right behind the can right here. Let me try it like that and see. Joined here by Happy Boy, the mischief maker. Let me get you guys on here real quick. Tom's running the camera while I maneuver this. So, could have it all. These are essentially all the wires that need to come up. Put this on the ground. Uh-oh. Shifting the weight. That was cool. Let's see. So these are all the wires that need to come up. And the only thing that's connecting it is this ground, which I could definitely disconnect and connect this later to the ground. So it's essentially like these two clumps of wires, like this clump, with the CDI and stuff, and this clump. So these two can both come up through right here, like this. And let me get the seat pan. Hold on tight. Let's see. Look at this through here.
Build an app that works my way with Base 44. My work moves fast. My tasks, priorities, and deadlines change every day.
All right.
But
so
today,
I could
can finally build an app that adapts to
like
me,
this.
tailored to my workflows, data, and my team's needs. Every challenge is unique. I want a tool that brings together calculations, automations, insights, all of it into one
like
clear view, accessible exactly where I need it. What else can I add?
Starter relay.
I set an AI partner that understands how we operate.
I could just actually
generating content that sounds like me, handling routine tasks to my standards. So my work gets smarter, not just faster, all built my way. my metrics clear, my processes managed, my data secured. Because in the end, it's not about using software. It's about building the system that will take us forward. Base 44, build it your way.
So like these are the two main components that'll have to go in there, besides the battery. Get the battery.
Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content.
And the battery,
change the way you record podcasts,
as far as
and branded
where it's
content with the
located,
#1
I'm
AI-powered
not
voice
thinking
generating
it really
technology.
will matter
Stop
too
searching for the perfect
much.
voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 labs for free
easily
and
accessible.
start elevating your content today.
But you're going to have to take off the seat no matter what. So I don't know how much that's going to matter. But yeah, the only real components that'll have to go in here are going to be these ones. And then if I want to, I could also mount the ignition coil in here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure I want to do that. I might actually mount it like maybe it was mounted like right here. So I was thinking of maybe mounting it real low, or maybe I could put it underneath, like inside here, maybe would be cool, right between there. Only thing is, then I wouldn't be able to make it closed off, and I want to make it kind of sealed off. So at least partially sealed off, as best I can. So, yeah, I don't know if I will have that right in that little gap. I was thinking right inside that little hole might be a cool area, but I'm not sure about that now. Sorry guys, I just realized I was describing all this stuff that you could not see. How long does a project like this usually take you, Your Majesty? Since I have not done this before, I'm not sure. These are the components I was talking about. The ignition coil, starter relay, CDI, battery. Those are the basically the only stuff that needs to be in there. And this actually doesn't even need to be in there. I'll probably just have this stuff in there. And this stuff doesn't even really need to be in there. This is really the only one that I kind of want to be inside there. But I figured if the electron main battery's in there, might as well throw those two inside. And then maybe I'll get that little plastic box and put them all inside here. Or at least maybe these two or something. So, Dirt Biker 75, working on the scooter at the moment, the GY6 scooter. We did get this thing all mounted on there. The toolbox that Courtney seems to be hiding out in. The toolbox is all mounted up. So now just working on the seat and planning things out. So yeah, I am pretty much set on at least getting the battery in here. And what I mean by that, Your Majesty, is I've never done this stuff live before. Usually I'm just working on this stuff for the last like probably 15 years I've been doing stuff like this. And I've never filmed it. So I kind of started filming it when I got a GoPro like 12 years ago and never put it on YouTube. So now I'm doing it. Now it's getting done. But yeah, usually I would kind of almost get things finished and then ride the bike around and end up getting in a car accident or something, ruining it. So I think that the plan is going to be probably at least to get the battery in there. And I think I should probably maybe rubber mount it. I have this little battery box that the battery came in, the stock one came in, and it's just plastic. So I'm guessing that if the battery is mounted in a plastic box, it'll be okay. Should have no issues with that. I actually think that I should just use this. if I already have it, why would I go through all the trouble of fabricating the exact same thing? Let's see if this will need to be modified at all, which it might. Yeah, that's actually freaking not bad. Have that little plastic box already made. Only thing is, it could go a little bit farther back. Yeah, so I think probably what I'll do is I'll cut off one side of it. Cut off one side of this battery box. And that way it'll go a little bit closer in. But yeah, I think it's all plastic boxes. A nice little, that'll work nice. I could just easily transfer the holes onto it and boom, the battery will be like mounted in there essentially, with the exception of a little piece of maybe rubber to hold the battery itself in there. I'm going to use the old, I think it's called a Japanese pole saw. I think that's what it's called. It might just be called a pole saw. That is called a Japanese pole saw. See if it'll work. Let me try it on my new little workbench.
Ready, set, go like 1, 2, 3. Coming in hot, I guarantee. Then I say quiet, I got that thing. Gotta turn up the heat, gotta raise my heat. On your wish list. Go ahead, dance, boy, get the gist. Do the damn thing, cause you can't resist. Here we go.
Completely unnecessary to be doing it on this, but just thought it'd be a little bit more fun. Okay. Take twice as long. If you're following along on your 2008 Lansmore GY6 scooter and you're using your Japanese pull saw, make sure that you hold it firmly up against your left kneecap and do a sharp down and up motion like this. You're doing great. Don't give up. It'll all be worth it in the end. I believe in you. Now you gotta believe in yourself. Power through it. Nice. Very good. I'm sure if you guys are following along, you did great. What I did was just cut this part of this battery box off so that it would fit a little bit closer up against the seat pan. Just a hair. Okay, that'll work. Let's see. Actually, I might just want to cut down this whole all the edges on this, because why would I keep one edge on there? Doesn't really make sense. Let me just cut it all down because, let's see, there's no reason to have one edge on there. I feel like if I did, it would just serve no purpose. Let me double check that. I mean, that might actually. Yeah, I don't think I should. I mainly just want it because it's lifted. It's a nice little mounting surface. I think I'll just cut all the edges off of it. Thank you, Your Majesty. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, usually it'll take. I don't know. But every time I get close to finishing a project, I usually get hit by a car or something like that. So. Or in the case of the Roadstar, it becomes a rat bike, and then it's quote unquote supposed to look like that. That's my excuse. Oh, it's supposed to look rusty and crusty and dusty. It's supposed to look like that, actually. I didn't realize that was the plan all along. Try not to saw into your leg, if at all possible, if you are following along. I suggest putting it on something firm, like a sturdy surface, not your leg. But that's alright, that's what I prefer to do. Okay. Just two more little shorter sections. We're getting there. My thought on this is I could either make this exact same thing out of metal, pieces of sheet metal, and spend 2 entire live episodes trying to make the exact same thing that will do the exact same thing. It will just hold the battery in its place. And this piece of plastic is the exact size that is made for this battery. It was born and bred with this battery. It was lifelong childhood friends with this battery. And there's no reason to separate them now. It's got 4 holes, perfectly placed. It is raised up exactly how it should be. You can see right here it's kind of lifted up a little bit. It's made out of plastic, so I don't have to worry about it arcing out or anything. And it'll just literally sit right in there with the battery, and I can easily transfer the holes over and drill them out. Japanese pole saw. Thank you, Alan Dukes Jr. 585. I like this Japanese pole saw. That thing is nice. There's a gremlin on a motorcycle. Yes, it is. George Castiglione. Lizard King Hill. The brake light lives. That's right, Lizard King. The brake light is almost fully functional now. George says the gremlin's eyes are moving. George, let me go check on him real quick and see if you're right about that. George, I'm not sure if you've ever met a gremlin before, but this is Tom. He is our resident gremlin. Hey, Tom, can you say what's up to George? What's up, George? It's Fang's garage, baby. Yeah, working on the screw right now, Georgie. You got a loop? Got a Twinkie, maybe? Yummy. What's up, George? Yeah, George. Tom just wanted to come say hi, real quick. Let me just go ahead and throw him back up there. Hey, buddy, if you could just hang out right here and just keep an eye on things. What do you think, George? He's glad you're here, buddy. So yeah, I figured why not just use the battery box that already came on the bike. It fits in there like a glove, like perfectly. I will just have to make a little rubber strap to go around and just hold it in place or something like that. But I don't see why not. Why I shouldn't use this. It's already all there. So let me get this thing bolted back on there. It was scary, huh, Gary? Thanks, Gary. What's going on? Slow rolling? Are you slow rolling through Fang's garage, checking out the scenery? Thanks for stopping by, slow rolling. We're live pretty much every night, except for Thursdays. Around 9:30 p.m., somewhere around there, 9:30 to 10. And we go as long as I can survive. Depends on how much Celsius I've had and how little amount of water I've had. I've had a comically small amount of water today. I'm guessing 2 or 3 teaspoons. That includes water that was absorbed in my skin. I've been comically dried up today. I'm dried up like an old salted prune that's been left on the side of the highway during a sandstorm in New Mexico on July 18th after a drought. So pretty dried up. If you guys could visualize that. That's a really dried up little salted prune that's sitting on the side of the highway during a heat wave in New Mexico after it hasn't rained in a long time on July 18th. That's a real hot time of the year over there, if you can imagine. Okay, so that's on there. Let me just wipe the eye boogers out of my eyes and see if I can wake myself up. It's getting pretty dang close. I could literally just about start it back up and put a steering wheel on this thing and take it out for a spin. But yeah, Lizard King, if you're still here, let me show you the brake lights. Let me see if this old battery has any charge left, and then I'll just use whatever's left in it. And see if that'll work. See if it's got any juice left in there. Juice left in the goose. How about that? No juice in the caboose. That's okay. It's alright. There we are. There's that. There it is. There we are. There we go. There it is. Just like that. There we are. There we go. Right there. Just like that, Lizard King. It's just that easy. If you could imagine, it's going to be just that easy once it's all hooked up. We'll be rolling around. Gizmo will be cruising or bruising, and we'll be doing anything but losing here at Fang's Garage. So, just trying to quickly brainstorm here. So, of course, I had to make that super dumb. I guess I had to make it like that. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to brainstorm a bit on which side I'm gonna mount the battery on, because which side I mount the battery on is going to be kind of determining a couple of things. Let me skip this ad and I will explain real quick. In case you guys are curious, this is Time Cop 1983. In case you want to listen on your own time. Slow Rolling sent $2. Thank you, Slow Rolling, buddy. Dang. Slow Rolling sending $2. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna go get me a little sip of water now that you said that, Slow Rolling. Thank you for the $2, buddy. Slow rolling. You know what, buddy? Just for that $2 donation, I'm actually going to drink some of my latest specimens that I got the other day. These are, of course, the little guys that I got from the aquarium. But for you, Slow Rolling, I'm going to take a little sip. Nice. This is going to be crazy. These things have literally just gotten acclimated to the water. I had to put a bunch of extra chemicals in there because they were super exotic, but I'm going to see what it's going to do. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Thank you, Slow Rolling. I'm glad I got to do this little jellyfish challenge. These are, of course, the South African jellyfish. I got these imported from South Africa. It took a long time. I was on a huge waiting list to finally get these things in. But once I got them in, I could see why they were so expensive, because they're the fighting jellyfish. Those things are vicious. If you thought fighting fish were crazy, the fighting jellyfish are insane. Technocratic Theorist, what the hell even is that? It is a little GY6 scooter. It is a Vespa scooter that is currently being occupied by one of our co-hosts, Tom Gizmo. He's got his arm up on the chain, just hanging out, relaxing. And yeah, just working on the scooter. What's up with that face, Moses? I've heard this song, says Joseph Richardson. I know this song is on a couple podcasts. Wick Torg Kerft 1905. No, thank you. I appreciate it though. I will take some Ritz crackers if you have some. With those breaks, I say welcome to the Thunderdome. Thanks, Lizard King Hill. Slow Rolling says, I'm a fan of the Gremlin Bro, 10 out of 10. Sorry about that, Slow Rolling. I had to take a little sip. That is right, Lizard King. Took a little sip out of the jellyfish hole. They are, of course, the most exotic jellyfish that I can get my hands on. And they are vicious. They are actually fighting right now. I will get in a lot of trouble if I show that on here because it is pretty insane violence as far as animal violence. So, yeah, I probably shouldn't be showing that, guys. Slow rolling, bro, is crazy. You are right, slow rolling, and you are here to witness it live. Thank you, Terminator. I appreciate it, buddy. The scooter is dope, and it's going to be doper soon enough, hopefully. Johnny number 5 said not to disassemble him. Sorry, Dizzy, I had to. Nobody understands Gizmo as the bad guy. Lizard King, how did you figure it out? He is actually the villain here at Fang's Garage. Nobody understands that he's the one that is pulling the strings behind all the shady operations. He's actually the main villain here, and no one has actually figured it out yet, besides you, Lizard King Hill, and you're probably on his hit list now that you said it out loud. You said it in the chat. He's gonna find you. He knows who said it. I saw him writing something down right after he said that, and I said, what are you doing over there? And he ignored me, so when he ignores me, it is scary. I'll give you that much. Let's see. I'm just trying to think if the battery cables being towards the back would be at all advantageous. Let me take it off and show you guys, show you what I'm working with. So basically this is the battery box, and it's going to be, I'm guessing, going right here or somewhere around those lines. Thanks to whoever sent in those hundreds. I appreciate that. So I'm thinking that the yes, slow rolling. Unfortunately, I did fabricate that. But yeah, I just got done putting this on there. Just made some little brackets and stuff for it. But I'm hoping that maybe the battery cable could go behind like this. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. I'm thinking maybe it could go back behind like this, because the alternative would be to have it just kind of sitting out like this. I'm not sure if maybe I could get something to kind of hold it. Maybe I could make something where the battery cable could go underneath it and kind of hold it up, make it pop out like that. But even then, I think it maybe would look better like this, and maybe with it like that, like up against the wall like that or something. So yeah, that is the part that I'm kind of sketched out about. I don't know if I should make it right in the center, if it makes sense to make it right in the center, or if it makes sense to make it off to the side like this. These are the other two components I have them out here, but these are both easily movable. I could easily put this up above it, or I could put it in front of it, or it doesn't really matter. It is plugged in right now. Let me unplug it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Lizard King. You are on the right track there. I am just here to execute. He is the one that is actually the visionary. I'm just kind of his employee at this point. I'm really the one that's being bossed around. So this could literally be mounted like, it could be mounted like this, it could be mounted like over here, it could be mounted anywhere. This isn't really a huge thing to be you know. Rob is saying he needs his dog back. Rob, I'm sorry that Murphy did get out again. Unfortunately, guys, Rob's dog Murphy does get out quite a bit, and we made these Fang's Garage missing dog signs. So if you guys do see these signs up and you do happen to see Rob Mac's dog Murphy out and about, it is a cry for help for our furry friend Murphy. He's a little scamp and he likes to get out and get into trouble, along with this is his favorite toy that he likes to play with whenever he comes over here. I don't know why Austin decided to sit up on the side like this, but that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to sit up there, and you can guess what he said when I said, "Are you sure we're gonna sit up there?" He said, of course, he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yes. Yes, child." That's how he said it, right? So are you sitting in front of the battery, or is it under your legs? Slow rolling, it's going to be under my legs. If it's under, I'd put it under your leg and not under your balls in case of a fire. There you go. See, slow rolling, I like your thinking there, buddy. I like your thinking. Off to the side a little bit sounds better. So basically my butt cheeks are going to be right over the, let's see, it's not going to be my butt cheeks technically. It's going to be my friend's cheeks, but I do care about his cheeks. Not necessarily that I care about them in like a significant amount, but I do care about them not maybe potentially catching on fire, or potentially his testicles. I don't want that to happen because he does have a long life ahead of him, and that's the last thing I want for my friend. I just want him to look cool on his bike. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I think the butt area is going to be right here. Let me move the scooter. Let me manipulate it a little bit so you guys can see it at more of a little side profile, and get a little bit of a better angle of it. Again, guys, this is going to take a little bit of planning. I don't want to jump into this and then end up getting halfway into it and saying, oh man, I should have put it on this side because it would have made it so much easier. So I just really want to figure this out before I go drilling holes in it. But it will happen. I am very glad that this toolbox is on here, though. I'm gonna have to get rid of this battery. This thing is junk. Let me get this moved around here. I'll just leave this open and throw a big boy in there. Big boy LaCroix. Me and Gizmo were out eating Bavarian donuts earlier today, and a kid came over to Gizmo and tried to pet him. Didn't ask me beforehand, and Gizmo ended up biting him. So, of course, that was not good for the child. Me and Gizmo had to hightail it out of there and run off before the lady could get my license plate. So that was crazy. I'm pretty sure I got away with it, or at least I'm pretty sure we got out of there. I don't know if there was any cameras, so I'm hoping it was not.
Gets it done right for you. When I had to stop drinking because of a heart condition, I discovered there's an amazing world of non-alcoholic beverages out there. The problem was, there wasn't one place to find them all.
That's not why you had to quit. Don't lie. That's not why you had to quit drinking. Let's just be real. We need a Gizmo cam. Thanks, man. More of a Mad Max vibe. Let me get this thing spun around so you can see it. Close this up for a second. Maneuver this a little bit. That's one way. So, to answer your question, Slow Rolling, Let me get this piece of wood that I was simulating riding with yesterday. I'll show you around the seat position. Oh, Gizmo was trying to get out. I didn't realize. There we go. Stanley says your ruckus needs attention. Sorry, Stanley, but the ruckus doesn't come with a sidekick, does it? The ruckus doesn't come with one of these guys. Why don't you tell Stanley what the ruckus doesn't come with, Gizmo? It doesn't come with a what? A what? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't come with one of those. You know what every Honda Ruckus does come with, though? Every Honda Ruckus comes standard from Honda with a Stanley. We love Stanley. What's going on, Stanley? Me and Stanley go way back. We were in high school together, and he actually liked the girl that I liked, but you know what happened? She didn't like me either. I don't know if you remember Tom from high school, Stanley, but that is what Tom was just relaying in that message. If you couldn't understand him, he does have a little bit of a lisp. That's okay. All right. That's enough, Gizmo. Well, I guess it'll be kind of hard to show you the seating position with Tom on there, huh? So... I have a funny feeling that Gizmo is just going to keep singing until I tell him to stop. All right, hey buddy, I'm trying to talk to them, so you're going to have to keep it down for just a moment because Gizmo, I'm trying to. Just keep it down, please. Just a few minutes. So basically, the seating position, the battery will be right here. I guess it'll be right under your butt. It could be closer up to the front, but then I'm going to have to run all the wires up to the front. I think it might look kind of weird with all the wiring. But I'll get the approximate seating position. It's going to be about here, but it's going to be about maybe an inch higher. The foot peg is going to, or the foot pedals are going to be approximately here, or the floorboards. I'm guessing I'll make some Mad Max type floorboards. And it'd be nice if I could just make some handlebars for this so I can hold it. Handlebar design, not sure yet. Obviously, if the seat is about here, I'll probably make it go forward a little bit and then maybe come back and it'll maybe be about here or something. I'm not sure. My friend Andres is about the same size as me. Maybe his arms are about the same size. So maybe I'll make it like this with some little pullback bars. Something not super aggressive, but not super lame, because I don't want to make it super hard for him to ride. Because this thing is still very wiry when you ride it. But I am highly tempted to attempt something that seems very fun to me. Let me grab it and I'll show you guys. As far as Mad Maxery goes, it looks very Mad Max-ish to me. A Pokemon? Oh, man. Stanley, that was a good one. Stanley loves Pokemon. Me and Stanley go way back to the Pokemon days, the early days of Pokemon. We go back with the old Crypt Keeper. And we would collect Pokemon cards. That's why Stanley knows all about Pokemon.
Build a website you love with Wix.
Let's see, what was it going to grab? Oh, yeah.
For your words,
it's right here.
Create
It was
your
all about
brand.
Pokemons.
Your opportunity.
Pokemon!
Your breakthrough. Wix.
He knows all about Chimpokomon.
Your voice doesn't quite match it? We have a fix. VoiceMod gives you over 150 loud
Savage.
voice changers.
Honey, I'm loading up an Unbroken in 850 Ski-Doo. Want to ride? Get a Throne Serpent, only 5,000. All right, I will get that. Throne Serpent. Your question is, how tempting is it to throw Gizmo on water? You know what? Let me actually... Now that you mention it, I should probably try that, Stanley. Or, I should probably try that, Lizard King. Let me actually grab Gizmo here and give him a little sip and see what'll happen. Let's just give it a whirl and see what happens. If Gizmo here, hang tight, buddy. If Gizmo tries out the jellyfish water, that might be interesting. Nice. All right, buddy. Just take a little tiny sip. Not too much. Oh, okay. I think he likes it. I'm not sure. Slow rolling. Dang! Slow rolling. Thanks, Slow Rolling. I appreciate it, buddy. Slow Rolling says, I'm going to go crash for the night, bro. I subbed. I'll tune in when you go live again soon. Have a good night. Thanks, Slow Rolling. I'll be live again tomorrow night, buddy. Working again on the Scooty Scoot. Or maybe the Vulcan. Sorry, guys. Gizmo seems to be having some sort of tantrum. I don't know what's happening. Oh, he's fine. Oh, it was just a little gas. Just a little bit of gas, guys. No big deal. Thank you for that, Slow Rolling. I appreciate you, buddy. I'll drink another little sip of... I'll take a shot of jellyfish water just for you, Slow Rolling. This is what my thought was, guys. This is what I want to do. I had this rolling around in my head for a while. For about, I think, about 2 months or so. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm still not convinced that I shouldn't. And maybe I'll make it an optional part that my buddy Andres could put on his scooter. Obviously, I won't have it hooked up right now, but it'd be something like this. And obviously, I'd have a gas pedal. Tom is in the way right now. I'll simulate it up here as if it was down where Tom was at. Have a gas pedal instead of the typical throttle on the handlebars, and then it'd be cool to have another. I was thinking it'd be cool to have exactly like a car, like gas and then the brake pedal right next to it with your same foot, just pivoted over. I don't know how intuitive that would be. I think it'd be more intuitive than a left foot brake, because even if you drive a clutch, you're going to be you're gonna slam on that brake and be like, ugh, and go flying over the front of the handlebars. But I thought it'd be funny just to see this thing rolled up with a nice. Break that all up, why don't you? This rolled up with a handle or with a steering wheel on it. That would be a cool look. You could even do a cruise back like this, maybe. So he could be riding like this, essentially. Or I could even put it up like an ape hanger style. If you want to be like really lean back, make it look like you're really leaning far back in the seat. You can be rolling down the street like this. Like I could even simulate like a car window. Like put something up right here so that he could have his arm up too while he's like cruising, you know, like as if you're almost like you can't even see over the dashboard at this point. You're like so far back, you're so far reclined that if a cop was behind you, he'd say, is there even anyone in that car? Is that a self-driving car? Is it a Waymo? But no, it's just someone actually driving their freaking scooter. I don't know how that would work, but it is a possibility, possibly. What do you guys think? The seating position, though, I think it's a good seat area. It'll be somewhere close to this. It'll probably be, like I said, about an inch higher. But yeah, once I could in theory, once I get the battery in here, ride it like this on this piece of wood, and maybe put some tiny handlebars on it. It'd be cool to make it completely with a huge fairing like this, where you couldn't even see the handlebars behind it. It just looks like some sort of little weird pod. Also, another thought that I had was to take this jerry can and cut it and widen it and make this into the front. Like basically this would be instead of being this wide, it would be like this wide, and the headlight would be inside of it. Let's see. This is not really a great representation for a headlight because it's not really a headlight. No, that's not even close. Let me see. I know I have a headlight just sitting around here. Lizard King says, do you know what you've done? And Moses says he's going to be up all night now. He's usually up all night anyways. He's always scampering around. Gizmo gets the zoomies. At 2 a.m. it's startling. He normally gets in little tubs of peanut butter and stuff like that. He's always trying to get in all sorts of into all the food stuff. Oh, here we go. Right there. It's probably too big. But yeah, it is very startling when he does get into the stuff. Couple lights. Lizard King says, how about two C-clamps welded on top of each other in opposite directions? Two C-clamps welded on top of each other in opposite directions? What? What? What did you just say to me? How dare you say weld two C-clamps upside down in opposite direction on a Wednesday? You know how much I dislike Wednesdays. Whoa, how about that? Look at that. If this was on the front of the bike and this was a headlight, that would look pretty cool. Hard to see from back there, but I think it might look cool. That was just a random thought that I had. But I do have another brake light that could possibly work. Let's see. Did I throw out that seat? I think I did. Dang it. Yeah, Gizmo has had the worst gas this morning. He's eating a bunch of Brussels sprouts. I said, did the cat poop in the house? And Courtney was like, no. Gizmo's just making Brussels sprouts again for breakfast. I said, why is he making them for breakfast? It makes no sense. It's disgusting. And you would not believe what Gizmo's litter box smelled like after he ate Brussels sprouts. You thought his litter box smelled bad before? No idea. You have no idea what it smells like after he has Brussels sprouts, especially in the morning. Someone brought up a good point. They said, isn't it always after midnight? When does it stop being after midnight? When can he actually eat? That's what I need to know. So yeah, I don't know if I want to put 2 of them on there, because it's going to make it look too even. It's going to make it look way too symmetrical. I like the idea more of cutting this one like in half. Like cutting it so that it's not as thick. And making it like different a little bit. Or maybe possibly cutting off part of the bottom to fit over the transmission. But yeah, I'm not convinced that I want to have it on both sides. I kind of think I don't. I kind of think it looks more cool with only one. Let me show you guys real quick what it looks like with just the one. And then you can give me your input and let me know what you think. I think it looks cooler with just one. With this battery in here. Give it a good visual. And let me close this thing up real quick. Oh yeah, that's something else we got done was the little chain covers. That was nice. What about spring-loaded boxing glove that comes out of the front with the flippable latch? Lizard King, I love that idea. You know I love anything that's a spring-loaded boxing glove. That's like so my style. I love me some springs, especially if you have a boxing glove on there. So yeah, this is what it looks like with just the one on there. I think it looks cool with just one. I think if I put another one on there, I think it's going to look too wide. It's going to be too fat. So yeah, I don't know. It'll have thanks Lizard King. I think it looks cool. And especially if he's sitting on the side of the road and he's repairing something and this thing's open and he's sitting there grabbing tools out of there, fixing something. I think it looks cool. Yeah, I got these little, made these little pieces out of just like this wire loom to hopefully stop the chain from rattling around too much. But yeah, the little Mad Max speeder bike is coming along. I think the Moses De Leon said it best, that Mad Max Mayhem bike. But yeah, I think it would look kind of weird with another one on this side. I think it would make it look way too big in the back. I think it looks cool like with just one. Dang, it's going down. With this side right here, I think what I'll do is I'll make something right here, like a smaller one. It's sunken in. And you can see right here, it's got like a fair amount of room right where this transmission's at, where it's going to be bouncing up and down. So I think I could make something like, maybe I'll make something like this shape, like something like this, like a smaller square, or something like this, like a smaller rectangle. Maybe an ammo can would fit nicely in there, and maybe I could like cut it in half or something and put it up against there. Something like that. But yeah, I like the look of it being not symmetrical. Obviously, you can see how long I kept this. This is all the way out to this edge right here. And the seat is going to be all the way back here. So seat is going to be like, basically like all the way back here. So this is going to kind of protrude from the seat a little bit, so it'll look even cooler because it'll be pulled back. And I think it'll look a little bit more futuristic if it's not. I don't want everything to be all perfectly lined up. I want it to be like some things pulled back, some things pushed forward, and just want it to make sense. So the next step, the next live, what I'll be doing is probably getting the battery. I'll have to sit here and look at this in the daylight and figure out exactly where I want the battery to be mounted. Once I get that on there, I could start making the seat pan. I'll make the whole seat pan where it'll just fit on top of there, and it'll have an under seat storage area right here. The seat pan will be kind of level with this, just a little bit raised. And then I'll be able to start working on the handlebars and start getting those all fabricated for the Honda Ruckus handlebar riser adapter that I mounted on there. Then I'll start working on the probably the headlight, front fairing. I'll get the floorboards made up to cover up the fuel tank right here. Make some custom floorboards on this area right here. And yeah, I thought of some cool ideas for this too. This is the ignition switch. I'm going to make a little box right here where it has like different things. It'll probably have some toggle switches, maybe, I don't know, just some different odds and ends, different controls and indicator lights and stuff right there. Maybe possibly hook up the speedometer right there. I have the speedometer right here. And obviously this thing is all yellowed out. So I started to take it apart. And you can see it's all cracked up and stuff, and it's all decayed. Obviously moisture has gotten in here over years and kind of ruined a lot of the components. But I think I could probably revive this in some way. And I thought a cool area for it would be like maybe right here or right here, or I'm gonna obviously make it smaller. And I might even separate the fuel gauge or something from that. Maybe make a custom housing for it. But maybe I'll make it around right here and kind of angle it up or something. I don't know. Figure out some little box for this. And then I'll start working on the headlights. Put the brake lights on there for the other side. And yeah, we'll be on our way. This thing will be running before you know it. And I do have some extra parts from this scooter that I'll possibly be utilizing for it in other ways than what is intended. I won't be using this super old toaster. That is for another video. Have you ever seen a toaster like this? You don't stick the toast in the top part. You don't stick the bread in there. You stick it in the side. Just kidding. It's not plugged in. But if you do that to a regular toaster that is plugged in, you're going to end up looking like this guy right here. All right, this is Trevor. He's not new. He's been here for a while. He's been written up so many times, it's unreal. He can't stop getting written up. He gets written up like his favorite thing to do. Thanks, Gary. Lizard King Hill asks, how hard would it be to put a mini fridge on it? Everyone loves a ice cold sarsaparilla. I don't think it'd be too hard, Lizard King. I actually have this, I was actually thinking the other day, a nice addition for it, just for entertainment on the side of the road, possibly mounting this largemouth or a big mouth billy bass inside of the side container right here, just like so. Basically, let me get this thing unplugged since battery is gonna go dead. I was actually thinking, Lizard King, of just mounting this right here. This was actually the first thing that I had planned. This is actually why I bought this. I bought both of these items specifically for this purpose. I spent years measuring this out, making sure this was all going to fit. And I said, I think it's going to work. I talked it over with the HR team. They said, I think it's going to work. I think we're going to be able to do this. I said, what do you guys think? I think this is the year we're going to do it. And they said, let's do it. We hit execute. And of course, that's how we came up with the idea of the big mouth Billy Bass. It's the perfect size, and it's the perfect container for it. It is the only thing that seems appropriate for it. But yeah, that was my first thought, was to throw the big mouth Billy Bass in there. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still working out the legalities of it. I don't know if I'm going to actually have the legal right to put a big mouth Billy Bass in there. But in the event that I do have a brand new, in the box, unopened big mouth Billy Bass. Try me. What do you think? Does this thing sitting on the dock on the bay? Surprisingly, no. It only sings Hurt, the Johnny Cash cover of Hurt. I'm not sure if it's referencing being hooked, like when a fish is hooked. Maybe the fish is kind of reflecting on biting the bait, and it thinks, oh man, I kind of hurt myself today. That might be the reason why it sings that song. I'm not sure if maybe I got the knockoff version of it or not. I'm thinking possibly. I already got ripped off on the Turbo Man the other day. So, yeah, it is very possible that I got the knockoff version of that one as well. But, I mean, who knows? You never know with these Craigslist things. I only use Craigslist, guys. I don't use OfferUp. I don't use Facebook Marketplace. I only use Craigslist still. I'm a loyal Craigslist guy. I go on Craigslist for everything. I buy all my food on Craigslist. I buy all my clothes on Craigslist. I only buy my underwear secondhand on Craigslist. And I started buying my contact lens on Craigslist. It's a really good place to get contact lenses, guys. It actually is a great place to get secondhand lens crafter stuff. There's a big market for lens crafter stuff secondhand, believe it or not. There's a huge market for people like me who, if you do break your glasses, don't throw them out. It's still got one good lens most of the time, and it's people like me that could use it. People like me that just have a couple things maybe going on with their vision. It's not a big deal, guys. It's completely normal. I was born like this, and I can't help it. Okay. It's not nice to stare, although it is expected. But again, guys, it's just a regular old gremlin. It's not anything weird. It's not anything you haven't seen before. Am I right? Take it from me. I've seen it all. Okay. I've seen just about everything in this world. I've seen way too much. Does it look like possibly I might have seen too much? I don't know. I mean, you tell me. It is Fang's Garage, and we are live pretty much every day except for Thursdays around 9:30 p.m., maybe 10 o'clock, depending on if I do get anything in my eyes. Because let me tell you this, okay? Safety goggles, they're not designed for people like me, okay? I have a very specific condition, and it's kind of ridiculous. It's like finding left-handed scissors, okay? It's like trying to find a diaper that'll fit on a little 6-day-old mogwai, all right? They are sensitive little creatures. They have a very sensitive diet, okay? Believe it or not, he gets a lot of stomach aches. My phone's about to die. Give me a second, guys. Uh-oh. All right. You know what? I'm not going to be able to save it. Guys, Go subscribe. I'm gonna cut it out right now. Me and Courtney here, we gotta go hit the gym. I gotta work on the traps, guys. It's really the most distracting thing about me, believe it or not. Go hit subscribe. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the $7. Thanks, Slow Rolling. I appreciate you, buddy. Me and Courtney, we got a lot to talk about here at the gym. I need somebody to spot me. I'll see you guys live tomorrow, 9:30. Thanks, Garage. We're out. Don't get too weird without me.